Hey everyone, and welcome back. So, staying on top of what's culturally relevant, what consumers are really thinking, it feels harder than ever these days, right?
hmm
Especially without relying on, well, old methods.
Exactly. And we often find some really interesting tools for this over on the AI Agent Store website.
We do. And today, we're focusing on one that seems pretty timely. Surge AI, the promise, real-time insights, and maybe most interestingly, no cookies needed.
Right. And that no cookies part is huge. So today, let's try to get a handle on, what Surge AI actually is, who it's really built for, and how it might actually help businesses understand the market better.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. So first things first, what is Surge AI really at its heart?
Well, it's described as a market intelligence platform.
Okay.
Its main goal is to take all that public data floating around on the internet
Hmm?
and turn it into real-time trend insights. And yeah, like you said, crucially, without using cookies.
That's the bit that really catches the eye, isn't it? The no cookies needed
Yeah.
in this environment.
It really is. It sort of future-proofs the insight gathering, you could say. As tracking gets trickier, this approach becomes more valuable.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So who is this kind of tool really aimed at? Who needs this the most, do you think?
The sources point to a few key roles. Brand marketers, for sure.
Right.
Growth strategists, consumer researchers, trend analysts, also digital marketing managers. Basically, anyone whose job depends on knowing what's happening now in the market and what people are talking about.
Got it. So the people are really trying to understand the pulse.
Exactly.
Okay, and this is where I get really curious. How does it do that? How does Surge AI actually gather these insights without the traditional tracking? What's going on under the hood?
Yeah, it's pretty clever. It automatically keeps tabs on emerging trends, keywords, and importantly, consumer sentiment across the big platforms. Think Google, Reddit, Amazon, TikTok, YouTube, where the conversations are happening.
Hmm.
What seems unique is this combination of being privacy friendly and using AI-powered signal filtering.
Signal filtering. So it's not just grabbing everything.
Right. It's designed to cut through the noise, find the relevant signals, the actual trends and feelings, so businesses aren't just overwhelmed with data. The idea is faster, smarter decisions based on, well, better filtered data.
Okay, that makes it sound much more practical.
Yeah.
So translating that into action, what are some core capabilities? Like what can someone in marketing actually do with it?
Good question. The sources several key things. Share of voice tracking is one.
Okay, explain that a bit. Share of voice.
Yeah, it's basically looking at how much your brand is being talked about online compared to your competitors, like how much of the conversation you own.
Got it. What else?
Influencer sourcing, finding the right people to partner with, audience analysis, understanding who's actually engaging, and content trend discovery, seeing what topics are hot right now.
And specific use cases, like day-to-day tasks.
Sure. You could use it for tracking specific trending topics or keywords or even products across, well, pretty much the whole internet. Analyzing that share of voice against competitors, like we mentioned, but in real time.
Real time is key there.
Definitely. Also, monitoring your brand sentiment. Are people saying good things, bad things, where? Across social media, e-commerce sites.
That seems incredibly valuable. Understanding the feeling behind the mentions.
Exactly. And discovering those influencers and audiences that actually align with your brand, not just whoever's loudest. Plus, doing that consumer research using public signals, completely cookieless.
Wow. Okay. That covers a lot of ground for understanding the market pretty much as it happens.
Yeah, it really does, which brings up an interesting point about how much of this is automated versus how much needs a human touch.
Ah, yeah. The autonomy level. I saw that mentioned. It's pegged at 70%, right?
Right.
What does that actually mean in practice?
So that 70% suggests a high level of automation, especially in things like data labeling and managing the AI models themselves, using algorithms to do a lot of the heavy lifting, reducing the human effort needed.
But not fully autonomous.
No, exactly. That other 30% is important.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to incorporate crowdsourcing for the really tricky annotations, the complex stuff. And it still needs user input for like developing the specific models you might need. It's that human in the loop idea we see a lot.
Right. Balancing the AI's power with human judgment. Makes sense.
Yeah.
What about the business side of things, like pricing? Is this something anyone could just sign up for?
Seems like for pricing, you need to contact them directly.
Okay. Usually means enterprise focus.
Often, yeah. It suggests more tailored solutions, and it's closed source too, so you can't just look at the code or modify it yourself.
Gotcha. And popularity, did I mention that?
Yeah, noted at 63%, so reasonably well known, but maybe not ubiquitous yet.
And industry-wise, beyond those specific roles, where does it fit best?
Primarily marketing, definitely. Consumer research and business intelligence seem to be the main areas.
Okay. Now, something else stood out, the information we looked at, its growth and some pretty big clients.
Oh yeah, that was fascinating. Apparently it's grown really fast, generating more revenue, reportedly, than even well-known players like Scale AI.
Wow.
And attracting clients like Google and OpenAI.
Okay, having Google and OpenAI as clients, that's a serious stamp of approval.
It really is a huge vote of confidence in what they're doing.
What do you think is the key to that success? Why are these major players interested?
The consensus seems to be the quality of the data. They're known for offering premium, expertly labeled data.
Quality over just quantity.
Exactly. In a world flooded with data, having reliable, high-quality, maybe even ethically sourced public data seems to be the differentiator. It suggests even the big AI players see huge value in that.
That makes sense. It's not just about having data, it's about trusting it.
Precisely. And it's worth noting that accessing the really deep dives into user opinions, the full summaries of positive and negative feedback, that requires becoming a premium member.
Okay, so there are layers to the access. All right, so wrapping this up a bit, what's the main takeaway for someone listening? Why should they care about a tool like Surge AI?
I think it highlights a really powerful, privacy-conscious way to get those real-time market insights, without getting tangled up in the old ways of collecting data. It's about being faster, making smarter calls, because you actually understand what's happening, almost as it unfolds.
Yeah, it feels like it's about tapping into the public conversation, the zeitgeist, in a more direct, modern way.
Exactly. And understanding tools like this, it shows the shift, right, towards leveraging public data for, well, real strategic intelligence. It kind of pushes you to think about how much insight is actually out there, publicly available, if you just have the right way to look at it and filter it.
That's a really great thought.
Yeah.
Thinking about the insights hidden in plain sight. Well, you can definitely explore more tools like Surge AI, find other innovative agents over at aiagentstore.ai.
Definitely worth checking out. And if you found this conversation useful, we'd really appreciate it if you could leave us a rating. It genuinely helps us get these insights out to more people.
It really does. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.